Welcome back to the Talking Hedge. I'm Josh Kincaid, Capital Markets Analyst and host of your Cannabis Business Podcast. Today, we're going to take a look at the top 10 cannabis industry news stories of the week. To help us do that is Katrina Glogowski, angel investor and attorney in Seattle. Katrina, thanks for being back on the podcast.
Thanks, Josh.
We're going to start with number 10, Psychedelics versus Cannabis in a Search for Better Business Plan. So cannabis business has followed a sort of high risk, high reward. And now with the psychedelics, the advantages of hindsight, seeing what the cannabis business did wrong with their own plant-based wellness products, they've had a recreational side to which to scare off serious investors. Moving on to number 9, Oregon is on the brink of a historic drug reform vote, which could see psilocybin legalized. So there's 2 Oregon drug reform campaigns pushing forward, despite many of the RONUS's challenges that have derailed other national and Oregon-based initiatives. Magic mushrooms are on the rise.
Other municipalities have passed similar legislation, so hopefully Oregon gets it done this time.
Number 8, there's 2 ancillary cannabis firms. They're going to play an integral role in the Cannabis Boom 2.0. So Gen Growth and Scott's Miracle Grow, the 2 biggest ancillary cannabis names.
I don't know anything about Grow Generation, but of course we all know Scott's Miracle Grow.
There's a couple other better ancillary, probably IIPR. It's a real estate investment trust, and I would short them. That's how I would make that play. But maybe that's for another podcast. So moving on to number 7, get ready for pharmaceutical grade magic mushroom pills. I have done some microdosing. It's fun. It's, why should I not fun? It's focusing and it's energetic, kind of like coffee.
Well, I've seen the teas. I've seen the pills. Haven't had a mushroom infused chocolate yet, but I'm sure they're coming.
Number 6, Cannabis Capital Conference presents Isaiah Thomas. He's an NBA legend and CBD investor. So you're going to listen to an NBA legend, Isaiah Thomas, discuss the cannabis industry in a slam dunk for both aspiring and established pop professionals. I mean, would you listen to an NBA player talk about like the cannabis industry?
If I cared about the NBA, probably. I'm sure he'll get some people to watch just because of his name. I don't know what his qualifications are to advise or help an investor. Maybe he has qualifications I'm unaware of.
Yeah, I mean, these things make the headlines, but they don't really go anywhere. So moving on to number 5, Benzinga Cannabis Capital Conference presents Vivian Azir. He's a star marijuana analyst. So there's a lot that's changed since 2014 when Colorado legalized the cannabis market, both medical and recreation. And so this star financial analyst is going to join Cohen with the first senior Wall Street analyst to cover the emerging cannabis industry. I'm not really sure why that's news.
It's news because it's normalizing and the industry is becoming more and more legitimate every day. And here's some famous Wall Street guy that no one's ever heard of before. Or female that no one's ever heard before, is starting to play. So that's good. Yay.
Yeah. Moving on to number 4, a big week for psychedelic companies. I don't know. I think I need to find a new list, something that's more cannabis and less. There's a lot of psychedelics, which are great. It's just they haven't really gone anywhere yet.
Yeah. The legalization of psilocybin is so nascent. If you're going to ride the wave of the mushroom wave, I would encourage you to exercise all due caution as we advise in cannabis businesses every week. Just because it's the new thing doesn't mean that it's going to be any easier than cannabis investing.
Yeah. So number 3 is that there are some U.S. cannabis multistate operators that are prospering during tough times. So several are struggling, unloading assets, cutting jobs. So there's other multistate operators that are doing fairly well financially. Cresco Labs, Curaleaf, Green Thumb, TrueLeaf. And yet Acreage Holdings, they just have an $11 million private placement. So, I mean, I guess you could put them on the list, but yet they have to go out, even though they're publicly traded, to find a private investor with a sweetheart deal. So, I mean, are they successful? Are they doing well financially? MedMen, is there seriously MedMen on this list?
I think that they're comparing Curaleaf to MedMen in their little blurb there, Josh. But this goes to show you a proper business model with a focus on cost of goods sold. You can succeed in this industry. Don't overreach, don't overspend, don't overpromise, and you can succeed.
And have an extra billion or two to write off when things don't go well. That's definitely how Aurora and Canopy have been doing it lately.
Absolutely.
Number 2, in the first of its kind study, it shows how psilocybin works in the brain to dissolve the ego. That actually could be pretty interesting.
Good for medical studies. I got 1,000 medical studies, pros, cons, ups, downs, backwards, sideways. I can't believe that they're putting this in a marijuana business top 10 hits.
Half of them are, which is why I need to find a new list.
Yeah.
But number 1 is that Cannabis Boom 2.0. Here's some pot stocks that are soaring like we had never seen since 2018. But, when you really look at it, it's because they're 24 cents. So if you go up 12 cents and you're trading at 28 cents, you're going to be moving over 50%. But I mean, it's not real. These are penny stocks. So it's kind of a gamble. I'm not really sure that that's news. Seems more like a pay to play.
Oh, well, we did see Aurora increase last week with their acquisition of Relieva.
Yeah.
So there is some positive news in the industry. I did not see Aurora uptick 50% as a result of the acquisition. I think it was more like 3%, but up is better than down.
Yeah. All right, with that, we're going to roll this one up. I'm Josh Kincaid. This is the Talking Hedge. I want to thank my guest, Katrina Glogowski, angel investor and attorney. Thanks again.
Thanks, Josh.
Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, or don't, and I'm out. Don't forget to smash that like button on your way out and check out these other videos that we've got.